Right now, somebody with 50,000 followers is posting into the void. Almost nobody is seeing it, and they have no idea why. Here's what happened. In 2026, every major platform quietly changed the rule that everything used to run on. Your follower count used to be your reach. You built an audience, you posted, they saw it. That deal is gone. Today, the algorithm decides who sees each post one post at a time, based on the content, not your follower number. I'm going to show you exactly what changed, the data behind it, and why this shift hands a massive advantage to anyone running an always-on content engine. Let's get into it. So what actually changed? Platforms used to run on the follow graph. You followed someone, their posts showed up in your feed, simple. Now they run on the interest graph. The system looks at what each person actually watches and engages with, then serves content that matches no matter who they follow. Followers no longer guarantee reach. The content itself has to earn distribution every single time. TikTok led this, Instagram and YouTube followed, and even LinkedIn works this way now. The practical version, a brand new account with a great video, can outreach an account with 100,000 followers and a boring one. The playing field got flatter and it got faster. This isn't a theory, the data is loud. On LinkedIn, follower count and reach are now structurally decoupled. An account with 8,000 focused followers can outdistribute one with 80,000 scattered ones. Read that again. The smaller, sharper account wins. The same pattern shows up everywhere. Reach used to be something you banked by collecting followers. Now, it's something you re-earn with every post. That's terrifying if you spent years building a number that no longer protects you. And it's a gift if you're willing to just make good content consistently, because the gate isn't your history anymore. It's whether today's post is worth showing. Let me show you what they're measuring. Here's the metric that runs the new game. Retention. Dwell time and completion rate, how long people actually stay with your content and whether they finish it, now carry more weight than likes on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Likes are nice. Attention is the currency. The platforms figured out that a like is cheap and a thumb stops for half a second. But time is honest. If somebody watches your whole video, that's a real vote. So the algorithm rewards content that holds people and buries content that doesn't. Retention is the new reach. The whole strategy now is making something people actually finish, then doing it again tomorrow. Let me put real numbers on it because they're wild. On TikTok, watch time and completion rate are the number one ranking factor, roughly 40 to 50% of the whole algorithm. And the completion bar for going viral jumped to about 70%, up from around 50% in 2024. So your video basically has to get finished by most people who start it. On LinkedIn, posts that hold someone for 61 seconds or more hit a 15.6% engagement rate. Posts people bounce off in 3 seconds, 1.2%. That's more than a 10x difference, decided entirely by whether you held attention. The bar went up a lot. There's one more signal that exploded, and most people are sleeping on it: shares, specifically sends. On Instagram, a DM send now counts 3 to 5 times more than a like for reaching new audiences. Think about why. A like is you reacting. A send is you putting your reputation on the line, telling a friend this is worth your time. That's the strongest signal a human can give, so the platform treats it that way. The lesson is simple. Stop making content people scroll past and tap like on. Start making content people send to someone. Useful, surprising, or that says the thing they wish they could say. Shares are the new reach inside the new reach, so let's connect the dots. Every post now has to earn its own distribution, from scratch. Your followers don't carry it. Last week's viral hit doesn't carry it. The algorithm wakes up cold every single time and asks one question: will people stay with this? That means there's no coasting anymore. You can't post once, blow up, and ride it for a month. The system has no memory and no loyalty. It only rewards the next thing you make, and only if it holds attention. For most businesses, that sounds exhausting. For a machine built to make good content every day, it's the perfect environment, which brings me to the real advantage here. Here's the trap this creates for humans. If every post starts from zero, then the only way to win is to take a lot of swings and make most of them good. One great video a month won't cut it, because the month it's quiet, you're invisible. But making something genuinely worth finishing every day across every platform is brutal. That's a full-time creative job, and most owners already have a job. So they do it for 2 weeks, run out of gas, and go quiet. And the moment they go quiet, the interest graph forgets them completely. No follower cushion to fall back on. This is exactly the wall the old way hits. The interest graph actually rewards something a human is bad at: consistent at bats. Think of it like a hitter. Every post is a swing. If distribution is decided post by post, then more good swings means more chances to connect and get picked up. The account that posts one carefully crafted thing a week takes 4 swings a month. The account publishing daily across platforms takes dozens. Same quality bar, far more chances. And because there's no follower advantage to protect anymore, the volume player and the legacy player start every post on roughly even footing. Volume at quality is the whole edge now. The question is, who can actually sustain it? This is where an always-on content engine stops being a nice-to-have and becomes the obvious answer. We built one. We call it Cal. Its entire job is to make something worth finishing every day and publish it everywhere your customers are. It doesn't need motivation, it doesn't run out of ideas, and it doesn't go quiet in week 3. While a human team is recovering from one big launch, it's already shipped 5 more pieces and learned from each one. I'm not going to walk you through how it's wired, but the outcome is simple. It takes the one thing this new algorithm demands: relentless consistency at quality, and it just does it. Forever. Now the warning, because volume alone will sink you. Retention is the gatekeeper now, remember? So if you flood the feed with low effort filler, people bounce in 2 seconds, your completion rate craters, and the algorithm stops showing you to anyone. Spray and pray is dead. In this world, bad content doesn't just underperform, it actively trains the system to ignore you. So the bar is both a lot and good. That's the combination almost nobody can hit by hand, and it's the entire reason a thoughtful engine beats a cheap tool. The goal was never more noise. It's more things people actually want to watch. Volume without quality is just faster failure. Let me give you something you can use today, even if you never talk to us. Win the first 3 seconds, then earn every second after. Open with the payoff or the tension, never a slow throat clear. Cut every dead moment. If a sentence doesn't add, delete it. On video, keep it moving with changing visuals so the eye never gets bored. And tell people what they'll get, then deliver it fast. You're not trying to go viral. You're trying to get finished. Make one piece this week that someone watches all the way through and sends to a friend, and you'll already understand the whole new algorithm better than your competition does. Here's how you get more at-bats without living in front of a camera. Take one strong idea and stretch it into many swings. The long version goes to YouTube. 3 tight clips go to TikTok, Reels, and Shorts. A written take goes to LinkedIn, where dwell time loves a good post you actually read to the end. That's 5 at-bats from one idea, 5 separate chances for the interest graph to pick you up on 5 different surfaces. Most people make one post and stop. The move is to repurpose, because in a world where every post earns its own reach, more quality swings is just more reach. This is the first thing the machine does automatically. And here's the compounding part. When you show up every day holding attention, on the platforms where your customers already are, something quiet happens. They start finishing your videos. They start sending them. They start recognizing your face and your take. The interest graph keeps surfacing you because you keep earning it. And over time, you stop being a stranger and become the person they trust on your topic. That trust is what actually closes business. Followers were a vanity number. Attention, earned daily, is the real asset because it turns into authority, and authority turns into customers. The new algorithm doesn't just reward consistency with reach. It rewards it with a reputation. So here's the honest stakes. The followers you spent years collecting won't save you anymore. The platforms already changed the rule. From here on, reach goes to whoever earns attention today, not whoever earned it in 2022. That's either the scariest thing you've heard or the biggest opportunity, depending on what you do next. The business that adapts, that publishes consistently, and makes things people finish is going to pull away. The one clinging to an old follower number is going to quietly disappear from the feed and wonder where everyone went. This gap is opening right now, post by post, day by day. The window to get ahead of it is still open. Last thing, and it's the proof. This whole video, the research, the script, the voice, the edit, the shorts you're about to see, was made and published by the always on system I've been describing. Cal picked this topic because the algorithm changed and somebody needed to explain it. That's the point. In a world where every post has to earn its reach, the winning move is an engine that makes something worth finishing every day and puts it everywhere. If you want that running for your business, sounding like you, without you living in front of a camera, that's exactly what we do at DJH Co. Follow for daily breakdowns like this. The link to book a call is below. I'll see you tomorrow, because the machine will.